Good afternoon. Well, good morning, everybody. And welcome to the special meeting of the San Francisco Board of Supervisors of July 31st, our last meeting of the legislative session. Thank you, colleagues, for being here today. Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Thank you, Madam President. Supervisor Avalos? Avalos present. Supervisor Breed?
Here.
Breed present. Supervisor Campos? Campos present. Supervisor Christensen? Christensen present. Supervisor Cohen? Cohen present. Supervisor Farrell? Farrell not present. Supervisor Kim? Kim not present. Supervisor Marr?
Here.
Marr present. Supervisor Tang? Tang not present. Supervisor Wiener?
Here.
Wiener present. Supervisor Yee? Yee not present. Madam President, you have a quorum.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Will you please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, colleagues, can we have a motion to excuse Supervisors Farrell, Yee, Tang, and Kim? Moved by Supervisor Christensen, seconded by Supervisor Cohen. Colleagues, can we take this without objection? Without objection, the motion to excuse. Never mind. Okay, I'm going to take that back. Hello, Supervisor Kim. Colleagues, can we have a motion to excuse Supervisors Farrell, Yee, and Tang? Motioned by Supervisor Campos, seconded by Supervisor Avalos. Colleagues, can we take this without objection? Without objection, those supervisors are excused. Madam Clerk, can you please call the first item?
Item 1 was considered by the Rules Committee at a special meeting on Friday, July 31st at 9 in the morning and was forwarded as a committee report. It's a motion to order submitted to the voters an ordinance amending the Environment Code to define the terms clean energy, green energy, and renewable greenhouse gas-free energy to provide San Francisco residents and businesses accurate information regarding electric power at an election to be held on November 3rd, 2015.
Okay. Supervisor Avalos?
Yes, Madam Clerk, or Madam President.
Okay. I just wanted to check to see if you had anything to say.
I do not at this point.
Okay, well, I will say something about this. I'm really excited. We're good to go on this ballot measure. Our right to know ballot measure will specify how San Francisco will follow state law and how it defines clean energy resources, and it reiterates Clean Power SF's intent to follow state renewable portfolio standards in its energy mix, including the use of unbundled renewable energy credits, and ensures all solar energy installations in San Francisco are rightly counted as top-tier clean energy. This is really significant. It's the single most important environmental effort in San Francisco, and by helping to transition 100% clean electrical energy, it is the most effective thing we can do to prevent climate change. So I want to really thank you all for having this meeting here today, but more specifically, it took a long time for us to get to this point. I want to thank Jason Freed. I want to thank Supervisor Avalos and his aide, Jeremy Pollack. I want to thank my aide, Connor Johnston, Roger Kim in the mayor's office, Eric Brooks, Jed Holtzman. I want to thank members of the Sierra Club, as well as Hunter Stern and IBEW 1245 for all coming together to move forward with one measure which will help us to launch clean power at the beginning of next year. I'm really excited. This is a significant step in San Francisco. Thank you all again for all of your hard work and all of your support, and let's make clean power happen for San Francisco. With that, I'd like to entertain, with that, Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll on item number 1?
Supervisor Campos?
Aye.
Campos, aye. Supervisor Christensen?
Aye.
Christensen, aye. Supervisor Cohen?
Aye.
Cohen, aye. Supervisor Kim? Kim, aye. Supervisor Marr?
Aye.
Marr, aye. Supervisor Wiener?
Aye.
Wiener, aye. Supervisor Avalos? Avalos, aye. Supervisor Breed?
Aye.
Breed, aye. There are 8 ayes.
Okay, this motion is approved unanimously. Thank you, everybody. Okay, Madam Clerk, can you please read the next item?
At this time, the public may comment generally for up to 2 minutes on items within the subject matter jurisdiction of the board. Pursuant to the board's rules, direct your remarks to the board as a whole, not to individual supervisors and nor to the audience. Item number 1 is not eligible to be spoken about today. Speakers using translation assistance will be allowed twice the amount of time to testify. And if you would like to display a document on the overhead projector, please clearly state such to SFG TV and then remove the document when the screen should return to live coverage of the meeting.
First speaker, please.
Good morning, Mr. Julie Christensen. Good morning, Mr. Shane Kim, John Avalos, Dave Campus, Scott Winner, Eric Ma, and Medical Hand. No matter what business, any giant business must open with a pioneer, being a mighty man, ultimate man. By that way, or one's business career will be one step closer to the original principle of original wisdom. By that matter, apply to our realistic aspect of daily work, that everything should go will truly benefit for people of all.
Next speaker, please.
Good morning, Supervisors. Just real quickly, on clean energy issues in general, I just want to make sure and thank 2 very important activists, Bruce Wolf, who's worked on Clean Power SF for the last decade, and also Karen Babbitt, who has been very helpful as well. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Brooks. Next speaker, please.
Good morning. Thank you. Housing. Step 1, outlawing Ellis Act. Step 2, banning no fault. Step 3, freezing market rate rents all through the city. Those are from 79 onward. And if you've been there longer than 8 years, we'll reset your rent back to where it was 4 years earlier. If you were there 10 years, 5 years earlier, there are very few people that are long-term residents that have gone through this market rate rental apartments. It's terrible. We'd like to keep whatever we can, including myself. 4th point, if you're a renter and your property is sold, you get part of the sales price. I like the 5 years equal 3%. In some places that won't work. Another building could work. The percentage of the number of years you're there, you get about percent each year of the sale price prorated of your apartment. This is a formula that's easy and we can work with. But the renters need to be a piece of the action there. And this way it helps them move. The next part is, what are we doing with the land? 100 units that we're going to build. Example, 10% market rate condos. 10% condos sold to the people that are living in that neighborhood, whether it's Chinatown, Mission, wherever, in that part of the city. We're going to limit it. And then...
Thank you very much, Madam. Thank you. Are there any other members of the public who'd like to speak for public comment at this time? Seeing none, public comment is closed. Madam Clerk, are there any in memoriams?
No, Madam President.
Okay, colleagues, that brings us to the end of our agenda. Madam Clerk, is there any further business before us?
That concludes that agenda for today, Madam President.
Okay, we are adjourned.
Supervisor Tang not present.
SF Gov TV.
Madam President, you have a